Hello, this is Professor Phil giving you a bachelor's degree in business. Today we'll be talking about operations management. Please come visit my website at operationsmanagementtraining.blogspot.com. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. Today's organizational management lesson is on the three variables that impact productivity. So the first is labor, the second is capital, and the third is management. So we're going to go through each one in detail. So first, labor. So some of the issues that can mess with productivity in the way of labor is education and training. Also, what can affect productivity is the diet of the workforce. Now, I live in America. A lot of people live in first world countries who are watching this video, but you got to remember that as we become more and more globalized, that will be a concern. I mean, people getting enough to eat and enough nutrients and having a quality of life where they have running water and things like this. So that can be something that can seriously affect productivity, because if someone's only eating one meal a day and that meal is not a very good meal, that's going to seriously affect productivity. The next one, just in America, let's say you're setting up a company in China or India or something like this. One of the huge hurdles that you're going to have to jump is language. I mean, even in the English language, which they say is the hardest to learn, and I believe that, we even have English words that people have different meanings for. I mean, there's American English, there's British English, there's Indian English. I mean, it's language is a huge hurdle. So I know that, in other countries they speak English, but once you get going, and if you do choose to use companies like this, just remember that language will be a hurdle for you. Another one is customs and government. You want to have respect. You want people to treat you with respect, and they trust you. Then they want to use your company. So customs is huge. If you got to show respect for people's countries that you're in. Another one is the local government. Is the local government gonna protect your intellectual property? If you get something made over in China or India or something like this, who's to say they won't reverse engineer it and produce it themselves? And even though that country might have laws guarding your intellectual property, will they enforce them? Will they stand behind what they say and, I guess, bring the criminals to justice, or, deal with it so that people stop doing it? So when we look at labor, and especially global labor, we can see that it's not a level playing field. Just because you think you're hiring someone in India or China or any country, just remember there's going to be issues and more that goes into it that's going to affect your productivity. The next one is capital. You have to have the right tools to be efficient. And to get the right tools, it takes money. And you gotta, some tools are expensive, and to stay competitive, to stay efficient, you have to buy those things. And if you don't have too much capital, your company doesn't have too much capital, that's going to seriously affect your productivity. Just one example is they found that when companies went to 2 monitors per workstation, and so each person would have 2 monitors, that for some tasks, productivity went up by 44%, because people could then keep their email open and do something else, and they won't have to keep switching back and forth. The third thing that affects productivity is management. And I'm sure that's the one thing that everyone likes to blame. So we'll go into it real quick. What management does is they impact a better way of doing business. Management can write the standard operating procedures. They can change culture. They can change people's jobs and tasks. They can adjust what they want to adjust. And, the employees have to do what they say, or, they can find another job. So management really has a huge impact on productivity, just because as a resource, they can affect so much. And there's also this thing called a hidden factory within the company. And what this hidden factory is that when a company produces a product, they not only produce that product, but they produce another product, and that product is called waste. So just because a company produces one product and puts a good or goods out there, they also got another product that no one wants called waste. So that can affect their productivity because now they got to dispose of it or get rid of it or get rid of it correctly. So that can affect their productivity. So until next time. Hey, Professor Phil here. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I just want to mention a couple of things before you go. I think that will help students or potential students. So the two questions that are on everybody's mind is, how do I pay for school? And as a student, am I really ready to pass all these courses? Because when you get in the 300, 400 level university courses or graduate degrees, stuff like that, they get pretty tough. So I want to recommend a couple things from Professor Phil for you to check out. And you can check them out if you want. I'm not trying to force anybody, so just want to kind of recommend a couple things. So the first product I want to recommend is, look, these people, they've taken the scholarships. They actually say we can guarantee scholarships, and they've taken all the scholarships and put them into one complete source. So you can get scholarships in one location. You don't got to go here, you don't got to go there. You can just find them in one spot. So, I mean, why pay for school with your own money when you can pay for it with someone else's money? That's just my opinion. And so the second thing is, am I ready as a student? So, we've all spent hours and hours just in the library, just going over and over material and like memorizing it. And it takes forever, and we all hate doing it. So I recommend a memory course that helps people retain what they learn, and it's a memory training course. And if that's your problem, maybe there's people out there who are A students. I'm not one of them, and I need all the help I can get. So, if you're like me, you might want to check it out. So just want to leave those two things with you. For the links, just check my site underneath this video. I'll have both links posted, and check it out if you want to check it out. All right, until next time.